Today, we're not sponsored, but if they want to, Polar Seltzer, go ahead and hit me up. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Nomadic King channel. I'm Jim Showers, cleanest name in the biz, and today I'm joined with Cuddles, and we are going to be comparing the Occidental leathers to the Occidental nylons. First thing that comes to mind for most people is going to be the weight. Leathers are obviously going to be a little heavier, and these nylons are going to be lighter. The nylons are 2 layers of fabric with a piece of like cushion or some kind of padding in between, but they are fatter. Like when you're looking at these, this is a little thinner, right? And this is a little fatter. Now, today's pouches, this one's a one bag pouch with a speed square holder, and this is a 2-bag pouch. So it's not exactly apples to apples, but they both are back pouches. You can see how this one's actually a compact back pouch, so it is a little bit skinnier right here at the top. As you can see, this one's a little wider for around the belt, how much room it's going to take up on your belt. A few other things we want to talk about when we're looking at these two is the wearability and the durability. You're obviously going to eventually wear through the nylons throughout the years, so they might not last as long as the leathers. Leathers will rip. You can rip this pouch right off this bag. You can puncture a hole through these, but you can also fix these leathers. You can condition the leather, and the leather actually wears and forms to your body. So once they break in, they're great. A lot of people say it's easier to get in and out of these nylon bags because they're soft and they open up very easy. And a lot of the leather pouches on some of the fastener pouches or fastener bags and their tool bags are a little stiff at first, and you'll have to break those in. Once they're broken in, I find that they feel great. Now, there's one other factor that you're going to want to consider here, and it's not exactly a form or a function, but it's kind of cosmetic. So I like things that kind of look nice. Like, we should probably do that so it looks a little bit better, but I like things kind of looking nice, and the leathers for me look the best. These they look okay, but I don't know, it's not bad. If you're gonna want to save weight and save your hips, you can go ahead with this nylon, but at some point I feel like looks do come into play. And I know that sounds kind of lame, but if I had a small canvas apron over here and it's all pink with flowers and everything on it, right? And I was telling you, hey, this is the best. It'll never wear out. It'll last forever. And you can put as many tools in it as possible and wear it all day, and it's going to be super comfortable. You'd probably say, I don't want that. Even though it's the greatest thing, I don't want to wear a pink flowery little apron tool bag, right? I think I'd probably choose this just because I like the looks. Now, diamond back tool bags have a thinner nylon, right? Like this indestructible nylon that they talk about, and a lot of people tell me about diamond back bags. But when I go back to talking about looks, the diamond bags just don't look cool to me. They look like a Fisher-Price set of bags. They look really long and saggy, and we'll go ahead and just dive right into that right now.
All right, this first set is the artisan bag set, and it almost looks like we have the same bag on each side, but as you can tell, on the right hand side we have this hammer holder, and we have this loop up here at the top. Maybe you'd hang some clamps off it or something, I'm not too sure. Then we jump into the Chapo. So this one kind of looks I don't know, interesting. It's a really minimalistic style. I'm not too sure I'd use any of those tools, so maybe this is kind of geared towards a finished carpenter or somebody that's doing lighter style work than drywall or steel stud framing. Let me know in the comments down below what you think all that's kind of used for. And then we got the Denali. This is another one where we have like 2 bags that almost look similar, but you can tell there's a little bit of difference in each one of these bags. Have you ever had that apprentice that shows up with 2 fastener pouches and he just fills it up with tools and stuff? That's what this reminds me of. I'm kind of glad that they at least have the Made in USA logos, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on to that loop right there, if you got a spot for the hammer, and why are those other tools even in your bag? I don't really understand it so much. They got a 16-foot cheap tape on the side there, and the one tool you'd want, your screw gun, is all the way down by your kneecap. It's just kind of interesting to me. Now we go ahead and jump to the Occidental leathers, and yes, I'm a little biased on this company. I do like the leathers. I do like these bags. I'll throw the name of the bags down below so you'll see what you're looking at here, but it's got a 25-foot Fat Max in the tape holder. You can see that it'll definitely hold a bigger tape measure. It's got plenty of pockets right here. A lot of these tools I'd probably use on the job. These are great for framers. This is a 7-bag framer set right here, and this right here I'd say is like the staple of most drywall hangers. The bag on the right, your tool bag, that's got exactly what you need for all your drywall hand tools at any given point. I've also used that same bag to do some steel stud framing. It's nice and compact, light, and basically holds just the tools you'll need. We'll jump on over to the hybrids. Now these are nylon and leather, and they have the leather belt, as you can see, and it has a leather hammer holder. Now this is the 7-bag framers in the nylons. If you're looking at that set, it'll hold the tools that we discussed earlier in this video. This is the fat lip. I kind of like the box style fastener pouch there on the left, and on the right it's kind of a compact looking tool pouch. Also has that Fat Max 25-footer. Now this is a pouch that almost looks like it's the same pouch on each side, with a little bit different variations. As you notice, we have the screw gun where you'd want it all the way up at your hand's grab at any point in time. Now we're switching focus to the all nylon. You can see the belt in this one is actually nylon as well. This would be your rough framer set. Here's your all nylon carpenter set, or a trim carpenter set. Now these would be great if you don't want the heavy leather when you're working around finished products. And obviously, as you can see, they have plenty of room for your tools.
So to wrap this thing all up, I like the Occidentals. Definitely you notice a set of these leather Occidentals on a job site. If you were to get some of these, they'd probably be a wise decision, just so you don't, hurt your back in the long run. But if you want to be looking like Billy Bob Badass, go ahead and get yourself a set of the leathers. If you do like the way the Diamondbacks look, I'm sorry if you were offended by any of that at the beginning, but you can go ahead and get whatever you like. I heard Buckaroo has some good ones as well. I think you can build some pouches, and it's like a softer leather. Maybe I'll order some Diamondbacks and some Buckaroos. Let me know in the comments down below if you think that's a good idea, and we can go ahead and test that out. My birds are ready to wrap this up. My wife has been dancing in the background to keep them quiet, so hopefully you appreciate that. Cuddles, do you have anything to add to this? I think she wants me to clean these bags. Is that what you're saying? You want me to clean these? So we're going to do a scrub down on this guy right here. See if we can make this kind of cleaner. And then we're going to go ahead and clean this up right now, recondition it, and see if we can bring that back to life.
We have the Obanoff's Clean It leather cleaner here, and it says it works on a few other surfaces, so we're going to try it on this nylon. If you know what works better for this material, please leave that comment down below for other people who are watching this. Now we've sprayed it down real well, we've gotten the material wet, we're scrubbing it, we're trying to get all that extra dirt and grime and drywall taping off of it, right? We're gonna do our best to scrub out all these areas. Later on, I noticed as it dried, we did get a lot of this dirt coming back up in the fabric. So like I said, if you know what would actually clean this very well and maybe bring this material back to life, leave that comment down below, and maybe we'll do another cleaning later. We're gonna switch over to the leather, and we're gonna do the same process. We're spraying it down, we're getting it wet, We're gonna go ahead and cover every inch of the leather. Don't forget the back, don't forget under the pockets, and then we're gonna scrub it. Get that brush, start scrubbing, like I said, get underneath the pocket there. Make sure you get down in the corners. And I don't clean inside the bag so much because it collects so much dust and it's just really a pain. It just turns into a muddy mess. But you can dump more of the dust out of these and clean them out if you'd like. I heard people use the air compressors, work really well for getting that extra dust off as well. So here's the comparison after they have been washed and dried. That one's still drying up a little bit, but you can see it's kind of dusty still from maybe some old drywall dust coming through. This one has a little discoloration in the leather, but this one you can see all the dirt all over it. We've got the Obanoff's leather oil. It's got an applicator at the end right here, and we're gonna go ahead and juice these thirsty leathers up, okay? So same process, we're gonna go ahead and hit all the areas that we can see. We're gonna get underneath the pockets, we're gonna get into all the little crevices, and obviously don't forget the back of the bags. You can see the ones on the left, the leathers have been brought back to life. They look pretty good, kind of a little dingy on the front, but the ones on the right are definitely looking about the same. A little cleaner, not so much of the mud on them from the tapers, but that's pretty much it. You choose what you like, what works best for you. Like, share, subscribe, and you know what? I'll see you in the next video. Peace.